If you want to be considered the GOAT, you got to have GOAT-like performances.
But who wants to see a woman miss layups?
I don't know what it is. She gets ejected, only plays 7 minutes, and her team wins. She has her worst professional pro game, and her team wins.
Angel Reese is important. To who? I have been covering Angel Reese for about 2 years now. I have yet to see her draw a single fly to a fresh turd. But according to Angel Reese, everything I do keep going viral.
Tonight, a meltdown. A marquee rival left sidelined, and a star who built her brand on controversy suddenly watching ticket sales evaporate and her own future hang by a thread. Angel Reese, once billed as basketball's untouchable personality, now faces a public collapse, fired, in tears, and the WNBA asking the hard question, who really moves the league? Stay until the end. We'll show the tape, the receipts, and the players calling the shots behind the curtain.
She had 15 rebounds, 5 offensive ones, and she missed 5 shots. And I don't know why that happens, but the less she plays, the more successful her teams are. That feels like Andre Drummond, does it not? She came back, claimed that Sports Illustrated was running clickbait because they put out an article that said Angel Reese became the first player to be ejected from Unrivaled. It's literally not clickbait. It was true. Everything I do keep going viral.
A quick reset. Caitlin Clark, the rookie phenom who exploded women's basketball ratings, and Angel Reese, firebrand, viral personality, and headline magnet. For months, their rivalry sold tickets and eyeballs. But when Clark went down with a left quadriceps strain in late May 2025, it set off a chain reaction the league didn't expect.
Unbelievable. Black History Month. Y'all know I had to be the first. Seriously. So she just claimed that she got thrown out because she's a victim of racism.
When it's not going well for you, claim racism.
She came out, made it about race, and got
She used proper pronouns when addressing her colleagues in the WNBA. Can't wait to get back to Chicago. Really?
And then says, I can't wait to get back to Chicago, man. This person said, don't do that. You spent days bragging about how great Unrivaled is. I mean, that is garbage. We told you people wasn't going to tune in for this league. We tried to tell you that. Oh no, watch. Angel's going to ball. You can't argue with 76,000 views.
When Clark's injury hit headlines, the market responded. Ticket resale prices and interest dropped dramatically in multiple markets, and broadcast attention shifted. The so-called Clark effect was visible on game night metrics and social conversations. When she's out, the product's perceived value takes a hit. Enter the game that flipped the narrative. Angel Reese, in a matchup some expected her to dominate, unravels. Missed layups, quick technicals, escalating frustration, and then ejection after only 7 minutes. Her team still won. That was the headline. Her absence didn't hurt the scoreboard. It hurt her brand. Let's break down how a star goes from hype to being tossed. The sequence was simple. Repeated fouls, escalating arguing with the officials, a technical, failure to reset emotionally, and a second technical that ends the night. In elite sport, composure is everything. On this night, composure was gone. The internet did what it does best. It amplified. Clips went viral. Memes called out missed layups. Critics said overhyped. Supporters accused opposing outlets of bias. Reese herself posted cryptic messages and suggested bias, even alleging racial motives, which intensified the firestorm. This moment didn't happen in a vacuum. A new competitor league, positioned as a higher-paying alternative for women's players, has shaky attendance and viewership early on. Some players jumped in, some refused. For Reese, signing with alternative competition looked like a chance, but reality hit. Without consistent big-name draws, the product struggled to fill even small venues. Here's the larger business truth. The WNBA's recent ratings growth has been driven in a serious way by a handful of superstars. Clark's presence correlated with massive spikes in national viewership. Coverage across outlets confirms her unique drawing power. That power means franchises can boom or struggle depending on who's playing. Let's be blunt. Public perception matters as much as points. Reese now faces a fork. Double down, fix the fundamentals, and let performance quiet critics. Or keep fueling storylines with social posts that further alienate teammates, coaches, and executives. Either path will define her next contract and brand deals. Insiders say locker room chemistry matters. Former players and analysts told us that franchises prize reliability and accountability, not just headlines. In interviews, ex-players stress that a player's brand can only survive sustained elite play. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, recovering from her quad strain, remains the benchmark. Whether you love her or hate her, the numbers show her influence on attendance and TV. The league is watching how teams, sponsors, and broadcasters react while she's out. Scenario 1. Reese goes quiet, sharpens her game, rebuilds trust, a classic redemption arc. Scenario 2. Her controversy-first approach continues. Teams lose patience, sponsors back away. Scenario 3. The league uses this as a wake-up call. Invest in marketing multiple stars so one injury doesn't collapse a whole market. All three are possible, and we're already seeing early signs of the third. This isn't just a single bad night, it's an industry signal. Angel Reese's meltdown exposed how fragile reputation and revenue can be when behavior, performance, and public trust collide. Caitlin Clark's injury exposed a business model that leans heavily on one name. For players, franchises, and fans, the lesson is simple. Build resilience, not dependency. Tell me, which path will Reese choose? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want more deep dives like this, smash the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Angel Reese, once hailed as the future of women's basketball, the fiery Bayou Barbie, who dominated headlines and captivated millions, is now facing a stunning downfall that no one saw coming. What started as a promising career built on confidence, flair, and unmatched charisma has spiraled into a storm of chaos, controversy, and heartbreak. Just a year ago, Angel was on top of the world, an NCAA champion, a viral icon, and one of the most marketable faces in the sport. But today, that same confidence that made her famous is being seen as the reason for her collapse. Reports are now flooding in that the Chicago Sky are done with the drama, that Angel Reese's emotional outbursts, locker room conflicts, and inconsistent performances have finally caught up to her. Insiders say that the team's management and coaching staff have grown increasingly frustrated with her inability to stay focused, her clashes with referees, and her obsession with social media over skill development. Her last game may have been the breaking point. Reese was ejected just minutes into the match after arguing with officials and missing several open layups. Cameras caught her visibly upset, shaking her head as she left the court, while teammates avoided eye contact. What made it worse was what happened next. The Chicago Sky played better without her, pulling off a surprising win that left fans asking a painful question: is Angel Reese holding the team back? Within hours, the internet exploded with reactions. Some defended her passion, but many others accused her of being all talk, no game. On Twitter, one viral post summed it up brutally. Caitlin Clark breaks records, Angel Reese breaks down. But the story didn't end there. Instead of addressing her performance or apologizing, Angel took to social media with a series of cryptic, defensive posts, even implying that her ejection was racially motivated. That statement ignited a firestorm. Sports analysts, former players, and fans from across the country began debating whether Reese had crossed a line. Many felt she was using controversy to deflect from her mistakes, while others accused the media of targeting her unfairly. Still, the damage was done. As criticism piled up, her sponsors reportedly grew silent, and rumors began spreading that the Chicago Sky's front office was quietly exploring roster changes. Sources close to the team described Angel as being emotionally drained and mentally checked out. Now, the unthinkable might be happening. Multiple outlets are reporting that Angel Reese has been released from team duties, effectively fired from her squad. Those close to her say she was in tears upon hearing the news, breaking down over the fear that her once glowing career might be slipping away. For someone who built her brand on strength and confidence, this public unraveling is both tragic and shocking. Her decision to join the unrivaled basketball league, once meant to prove her independence, has backfired spectacularly. The league's attendance numbers are collapsing, fan interest is dwindling, and without stars like Caitlin Clark, it's struggling to survive. Even Angel herself hinted online that she's desperate to return to Chicago, tweeting, "Can't wait to get back to the W." So, what went wrong? How did one of the most promising young players in basketball go from championship glory to career crisis in less than a year? The answer might lie in the contrast between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, two stars who took completely different paths. While Caitlin let her game speak for itself, Angel leaned into fame, controversy, and attitude. Caitlin's numbers skyrocketed, breaking viewership records, earning million-dollar endorsements, and leading her team to consistent victories, while Angel's career was plagued by inconsistency, ejections, and criticism. The result is a widening gap between the two, not just in skill, but in perception. And now, with reports of Reese's removal making waves online, the entire sports world is watching her next move. Will she take accountability, refocus, and make a triumphant comeback? Or will her pride and emotions end up destroying everything she worked for? Her journey from Bayou Barbie to benched player serves as a harsh reminder that talent alone isn't enough. Discipline, humility, and emotional control matter just as much. The world once saw Angel Reese as unstoppable. But now, as her career teeters on the edge, one question remains: can she rise from the ashes, or has Angel Reese finally reached her breaking point?